Hi everyone, I'm Hannah. I'm trying to get better at YouTube stuff. Obviously, I'm still very much a beginner. But at the same time, hey Gatsby. My kitten is very enthusiastic. At the same time, I tend to be a bit of a perfectionist. And I've realized over time that it's better to try and to make incremental progress than it is to never do anything at all. And so the following video is a bit of a new thing for me. So I had to trim it down a little because there was a few other things I did first. I'm not going to trim out the cat though. He's cute. And so the video might start a bit abruptly because of that. So hopefully in the future it won't. Thanks. Because I noticed that there is a specific part of why are we including a birth date that doesn't have a citation? It doesn't mention the whole. So there's a pretty significant part of her backstory to her husband. Specifically that she initially wasn't very interested in him. Rejected his advances for like a few months. And then she went on a flight, and because his dad owns JetBlue, he was able to basically use his connections to sit right next to her on her flight. And that's pretty important information. Yeah. I like dancing, but that feels like I'm thinking of the grass, and I'm thinking about how wet it looks, and I feel like that would not feel very great on your skin. Okay, well, I can use this source for two things then. Alright, let's source this birthday. Okay. Erica, Jean, self-train and morning post. I know there's something about this source that makes it yellow in the user script. I think it has to do with politics, so I should be good. All right. There we go. Yeah, that's a bit more complicated. Yeah. All right. Okay. First. Produced. Was first introduced to her husband Daniel. Front. Wow. Juilliard, right? Yeah. I saw her and I was ready to go. Sign me up. I was thinking, let's get married, but she wouldn't go on a date with me for 6 months. After just a month of dating. Again. Yeah, I know people call her a dread wife. It's interesting because she has like $20,000 stove and stuff. This feels too tabloidy though. Let's view from the wing. Plot leader? No. So yeah, I guess it really depends how you want to view it. I mean, that's not really the base of a healthy relationship to me, but if she says she's happy, then I don't know, I guess she is. Birth control? Yeah, I feel that's why a lot of people are concerned, because these are things that would be really big red flags to a lot of people. It's just hard trying to balance that with, people are free to make their own choices, and maybe we really don't know what's going on, right? Because it's her life, right? So. Yeah. Like, yeah. People are complicated. That's mostly what I get out of this. I like the title, the You'll Never Really Know. Because what people share about their lives, sometimes there's just more depth to it. Yeah. Is there anything in here I could use? I've always felt that I kind of knew. Yeah, that's the thing about parasocial relationships. People sort of project their feelings onto them. And I feel also because toxic relationships are so common, and because a lot of people have been hurt badly, they sort of project that. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way, but, like, it's only sort of natural to, like, if you feel like you know someone and they're kind of like your friend, and that maybe they're, you know, yeah. But, yeah. Oh, that explains the Brazil thing. We don't have an article on the concept of a mutual friend. I feel like that should at least be a redirect. It's probably makes more sense as a redirect. Okay, that's weird. Maybe I'll think about adding a Wiki dictionary link later. Is this the source where it's had the 6 months later thing? No. Because that was a pretty important detail. They technically knew each other for a while, even if they weren't really dating during that time. Okay, it wasn't here. This, people, okay. I wonder if it explains the pageant stuff. Something I find very interesting is that women tend to have bigger personal life sections than men. Like, people have studied this and they kind of talk about it in terms of gender gap coverage, right? But I feel like part of that is people were more likely to ask women these sorts of questions. It's not like men don't have personal lives, but it's sort of like that thing where, like, you know, people ask female athletes about, like, different things about their lives. They'd never ask a male athlete, and because that information is there, people talk about it. But, like, also at the same time, like, I feel like someone's personal life is a big part of who they are. Like, obviously, people have different attitudes to fame and stuff, but I feel like part of this is people should, you know, ask men the same sorts of questions. So people mention the college basketball game. I hate it when sources contradict each other. Because I don't want to say according to South China Post, because basically every news source I've read about this says the whole basketball game thing. I might want to do a note list to be like, hey, she kind of contradicts this. I gotta save this edit first, though. Okay, it does talk about her pageants, that's good. I feel like pageant should be before social media, because she was doing that first. I feel like there should be a paragraph break. Like, yeah, paragraph break. And note list. I think this is how the formatting works. I very rarely use this. All right. Farm hotels. Okay, seems like I remember the formatting. I wonder if there's, like, is it a plural thing? No, there's not a... What is a farm hotel? Okay, so it's like, okay. Redirect time. Yep. Okay. Okay. Blue link, yay. What's that? What does that mean, members? I don't understand what they're trying to say. I'm just gonna make that a wiki link. I missed one. Ref spacing bugs me immensely. It's like one of my pet peeves. I like fix this whenever I see it. All right. Yeah, I think we did, I say we, it's me. I think I did some good stuff here. Yeah. Oh, I don't need to link that twice. And I think that is good for today. Well, we'll probably edit more later, but this is good for this session.